Daphnique Springs and
Esmy V.
And welcome to Say It With Your Chest. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Say It With Your Chest. Okay, so how are you?
I'm pretty good, actually. I'm in a great space. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I like that.
I'm tired.
Okay. You didn't get no sleep? Was you fucking?
No, I wasn't. Haven't
sorry.
for a while. But I do want to say, have you ever just feel like tired and overwhelmed? Like you just feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like everything's just stagnant. Like I need something to bump me. And sometimes, especially like with the industry that I'm in, it just feels like until you book something like a acting role or something like that, that it just feel like you just waiting. And it could be overwhelming and tiring, especially when you start auditioning a lot and you're not really getting nothing. So yeah, so sometimes I just feel tired or I feel just complacent.
Well, let me just say, you're amazing.
Thank you.
You are worth it, and you got this.
And even though I hear that, it's not gonna untire me.
No, that's true. And I'm just gonna share something real quick. I went through like this really, really deep depression. Like from May to I want to say December. And I was in such a bad place, and it didn't matter how much I was still getting up. I was still showing up because, you know, when you work for yourself, if you don't get up, you don't eat. Right.
Can't be depressed and homeless.
It just can't happen. So I was still showing up, but being sad makes you so tired, and it makes you feel like something this little is huge. And I had to kind of not only go to therapy, but I had to kind of start telling myself to live the life I want to live. Yeah. You know? So that meant telling myself, be happy, be happy, be happy.
That's true. But sometimes I feel like living the life I really want to live, I don't know if it always involved what I'm doing now. Not saying that I don't love what I do, but it's just sometimes I'll be like, yo, if I really just was to live life, I'll just go to some island, fish every day, have fun. You know what I mean? But I'm also one of those type of people. I don't like doing nothing by myself. And when you become an adult, like I like to adult with other people and not adult solo.
I like to adult when I get places and make friends there.
Yeah. For real? I don't feel comfortable.
I love it.
I'll be scared they're going to drug me. Or take my organs.
No, stop.
Yeah. People want my organs.
So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You know how some people, men want coochie? I feel like it's some people out there be like, ooh, that bitch look like she
healthy.
Sexy organs. I bet that bitch heart be like, bum, bum, bum,
them
bum,
kidneys
bum, bum.
look good.
Them kidneys, they be like, you drinking, you smoke? I be like, no, not really. They be like, oh, that bitch kidneys.
I say this.
Give me them lungs.
I say this. This is your life to live, so you have to make it a grand theater, right? So if you know, because we're adulting, if you know that you can't leave for the rest of your life and do what you want by the beach, take those moments where you do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Facts. Take a week off. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, you know? Try to do something that you wouldn't normally do. But in today's
society, especially with being like a business owner or somebody that's overconsumed with work, is that I have FOMO, fear of missing out. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, ooh, if I missed, it'd be the one opportunity I feel like that would have made me happy. You know what I mean? But sometimes I don't know what true happiness is. And that brings me to today's hot topic, which is recently the Instagram page, The Neighborhood Talk, posted the question, mentally, how are y'all doing? The responses were mostly negative, and commentators opened up with their issues. One person said, still unemployed, broke, no support from family, and I'm tired of the toxic positivity from people. Just pray and God will make a way, as though I'm not praying every day. Ooh, that's tough.
That is tough.
It's like, because that person's like basically saying, I don't even feel like God hearing my prayers at this point.
But what are you doing to change that?
And sometimes people don't understand that sometimes it's action that you put behind it. You can't just, I believe like words mean nothing without action.
And that's the truth. Even in the Bible, it says, I'm going to help you, but you have to help yourself. So,
but sometimes the devil is busy though. Some people, I don't know if it's like, or sometimes in life you can feel like it's just a dark cloud or spirit over you, and everything you try to do to get out of that slump of being broken, unemployed, and no support from family. Because I mean, support from family is everything. I have that, so I can never compare that to anyone that says I don't have that, because I have that. I have a family that loves and cares for me and, want to see me do well. So it's just like, damn, what happened when you need that? Because at the end of the day, if you broke and unemployed, you can get a lot farther if you have support.
Listen, if you don't have a family, you have friends. If you don't have friends, there's agencies who are willing to aid you. Yeah. There's always, as long as you wake up and you're alive and you breathe in, there's a way. You just got to find it.
Everybody has a friend. Like, even if you think sometimes you got to refriend up and find a new circle of people and put yourself out there and go meet new people. But I see people that'll be two crackheads walking down the street and they'll be best friends.
Having a ball.
They got a little crack that they done got their hands on.
They gonna share it.
They gonna share it. Because they love that person even through the darkest moments of their life, that they need somebody else there, another human being. And you see homeless people all the time you even see dogs. It could be some street alley cats that just roam the hood, but they'll be together. They gonna stick. If you try to fight one of them, you ever see alley cats? If you gotta fight one, you gotta fight them all.
All of them. Yeah. Yep. And they come together because they know. I feel like as human beings, we were meant to be with people. Like, you're not meant to be alone. And I think the same thing with animals. That's why they're usually in packs. Yeah. You're supposed to have people. You're supposed to feel love. You're supposed to feel joy, but if you're not creating that life in your mind, you're never going to get it.
Yeah, but what happens, is sometimes it's like, if life beats you up, I think sometimes it's hard to be positive, because a lot of times I done seen some shit, and and it's amazing just like how all these comments can be negative. Somebody else wrote, numb to a lot of stuff, overall grateful. And I think that's a powerful statement, because I'm numb to all the negative stuff that happens. Because it's just like, it just keep coming. So you don't even want to put no energy in it so that it could grow and fester. So you just like, overall, I'm going to be grateful, because sometimes what we think is bad for us is people out here living 100,000 times worse and still can keep a smile on their face. So sometimes you just got to be grateful.
But I think that even, with that statement, she or he started off by saying numbed. Like, your first word should have been blessed. Yeah. Your first word should have been like, overall happy to be here.
So sometimes you have to restructure your way of thinking. You know what I mean?
I don't think that social media is teaching us that. I don't think that people that have the platforms are preaching positivity. We're not being taught, so there's a lot of lack of knowledge.
And sometimes we base our happiness off of other people and they shit. You know what I mean?
That's factual. That's true. And the thing is, again, I'm going to just repeat it. You have to create the life that you actually see yourself living.
Okay, so when you say that, create the life that you actually see yourself living, does that mean by any means necessary? Because sometimes to create the life you want to live, you got to get down and dirty and wrestle with pigs.
You got to do what you got to do. I tell people, you have to. Let me tell you, I tell people that
Try anal. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, and you'll be very happy. I tell people that the first half of my life was a horror story. Yeah. It was a nightmare. Yeah. But when I decided that I was going to step into my power and live the life that I wanted to live, I actually started breathing with ease. Ooh. So I feel like you need to take control. You can't have it depend on the circumstances. Your life is not your circumstance. It's what you choose to do. This is why they have kids who, it'll be 3 kids in the same household where there was an abusive parent and an alcoholic parent. And all 3 people have different lives.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's what you make it sometimes. But then I also think that everybody's not working with all the things that one fully human capable person is working with. So sometimes, it's certain type of balances that are off and people just can't get out of whatever grievances that they're experiencing. So it's so much. And I feel like sometimes when we talk about stuff like this, you can't even sum it up into one category. We can't just be like, let me fix this. You need to fix this. You need to talk positivity, because that may not work for you, because you might actually don't need nobody to talk positively. You need somebody to employ you. You need somebody to give you resources. resources.
But you need to get up and get that.
Yeah.
You know, someone is not
always
going to
available.
Nobody's coming to your house to employ you.
In America,
you know what I mean?
it's always available.
Absolutely.
You can do web design.
You can still go pack bags.
Yeah.
You can still do that. You can go into a car wash. Yeah. You don't need paperwork for that. You know.
But then somebody may be like, I'm a felon.
Listen.
But that don't stop you from doing your own web design and learning computers and getting a camera and becoming a photographer and going around to events and shooting people for free and passing out
Department of Labor
cards.
has a bunch of free programs. There's so much that you can do. Again, you just need to set that up in your mind. How you think is what you become.
Absolutely. You're right. But it's just like, I feel like, I don't know if I can say that for every single case in the world, but you know what? But at least if anywhere, you can start there.
Yeah, you can start there.
Start there.
You can start feeding your mind some positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, sometimes I'm not always happy.
Because you don't have to wake up every single day freaking jumping. You know what I mean? Some days you get to sit.
I wish I had more days of happiness.
Some days you get to sit in your pity pot. You just can't stay there. But you keep wishing. What are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I just be like, oh, I think I want to start a family, but then I don't do anything to put myself in the in the realm of meeting new people to try to meet somebody, to court somebody to start a family.
So
it's just weird.
So you said it yourself.
I'm working against myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're swimming against the current, and you are the current.
Absolutely. That's facts.
So you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim? What we doing? Because we about to change today. What we doing?
We gonna swim.
Okay. Woo, for swimming. She got this.
Okay. So let us know how y'all feeling. Okay, segment number 2.
Oh, I'm excited.
Joe Budden.
Let's talk about this,
He
man.
seems to have created an issue for himself by laughing at fake putting on a condom before having sex.
That's a big
This
issue.
particular episode of his podcast was taken down, and now he has several fans and commentators on social medias with grievances against his behavior. But first up, let's play what he actually said.
But I'll tell you this. His statement was spicy. One thing about this man, he knows what to say to get a reaction.
Okay, here it is.
I have no idea, knowing. So, you do the... Even I done walked in the corner and faked like I was putting a condom on before.
Wow. No. That's not okay. Is that legal?
What you mean, what? Yes, I did that.
I don't think so.
It's unethical.
That was my...
It's
That was
disgusting.
my poor... I'm asking. That was my poor
It
execution.
could be murder if you got
If you got something,
Which was to just bust through the lambskin.
bust through the lambskin. Is he
If I
serious?
ever used a
I mean,
lambskin,
how many, like, imagine how many people he did this to.
bastard doing that. Bust through it. You planned to bust it.
Wait, did he say he busted
He
it?
busts through it. So how many women you're not getting all these women pregnant? I mean, if you just erase the fact of STDs and stuff like that, like pregnancy, and then have you ever been driving, because this happened to me before. I was in the car with, back in college, and it was 5 people in the car, 2 in the front, 3 in the back, because that's how you drive back. Now as an adult, you better catch an Uber. It ain't about to be 5 people in the car.
We're not doing that.
You know what I mean? It's unsafe. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not right. But back in the day, I remember you used to drive on the freeway and you would see a sign and it said 1 in 4 people have herpes. And I'm like, it's 5 people in this car. Who got it? If it ain't me, who is it?
That's
So
what you were
with that
thinking
being
about?
said, I'm pretty sure he sleep with a lot of women.
This
and
we know.
statistically, if his goal is to just be like busting in women, you know what I mean? Like, is he paying for abortion? Like, I don't get what the plan is here.
First
Why don't
of
you just
all,
get one girl that you can bust in?
First of all, it's sad because, this is a man who's supposed to be a protector. This is a man with children. This is a man who has such a large platform, and he can be preaching so much positivity, and yet he's just showing people how to become offenders.
Oh,
You know?
that is true, because that is some offender type shit.
Absolutely.
I don't really know what the actual offense would be, but it just seemed like something. I know it is an actual offense if you give the person, knowingly give someone HIV or certain STDs. That is punishable. But I don't know what the offense would be if you just pulling off condoms.
To me, actually, it's almost like rape. And
you think so?
Let me tell you why I think so.
Okay.
Because if rape is not having consent,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm I'm agreeing to have sex with you, but with protection.
Yeah.
Right.
With stipulation.
So that's the stipulation.
That's just like if I give you vagina, but you try to go for my booty hole, that's not rape.
Yeah,
and
that's
I say
not
no.
rape. And I say no, exactly. So when you take that condom off, you're actually taking the right that I just gave you.
Oh.
So I do feel like I'm being raped. I'm being raped of my decision and my health. You know, I may have someone at home. Let's just say.
Yeah,
you know what I
we
mean?
Be cheating.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
women be the best cheaters too.
Women are
You
just
like,
the
let me
best
go
at
ahead and
everything.
get some of this Joe Budden dick, and now he done nutted in you, and he don't look like your baby daddy, and the baby just
Yeah, and the baby, and then you don't. Now you in the court like, Your Honor, no, that didn't. You know, so it's just like I feel like this man really needs to seek help.
So you just going for overall, he crazy as hell.
I think he's toxic. It's disgusting.
I do think it's toxic and disgusting, but also I wonder, do we live in a world today where people will say and do anything on podcasts for attention? Because you know this is going to garner some type of response. And how is it that this one clip makes it out there? So with that being said, but the way he was talking, I didn't feel like he was just joking or just...
Yeah, that wasn't a joke.
Because he had a whole plan. He was like, yeah, lambskin, you can bust through the lambskin, da-da-da-da.
That was definitely not a joke.
Thing, yeah.
Not only
It's
was it not
planned.
a joke, it was definitely planned. And you have to, you know, people can tell you anything, but how they continuously speak and express themselves will tell you everything.
That's a fact.
And this is not the first time when he's made crazy statements, you know, which speaks to who he is as a person. And again, you're
a dog ass nigga.
Hello. And again, like you're a man with power. You know, you have power because people listen to your words, and this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you know how many other men now he done made think that that's okay behavior. And because it's always some old dusty that be like, oh, that's actually smart. Go in the corner and fake putting the condom on.
So now,
now you get her pregnant and your ass ain't got no job.
And you
live with your mama in the basement.
Hello. Okay, that sounded personal.
I don't have any kids, but I know Dusties like that.
Okay.
These Dusties are dusty enough.
Jesus.
Yeah, the world is dusty.
And he's no better. And he's no better.
He dusty. Rich dusty, but dusty.
I mean, doesn't make it better?
No.
No? Okay.
And one particular person commented, this is not funny. It's assault. And it's triggering as fuck.
There you go.
It's really disturbing how many women have experienced this. Shaking my head.
It's disgusting, and it is shaking my head because, you know, as women already, I feel like we have all the odds against us already.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like all we've done all our lives is fight. And now to know that I can't even enjoy the process of sex because you might be back there doing some wild stuff.
And being slick.
Yeah, and I don't want
Trying to ruin my life.
And then you wonder why I have issues trusting you.
Yeah.
Or men, period.
Men, period.
You know, I don't like it.
And then somebody else said, this is one thing they always say. Then he'll tell her, I'm not ready to be a father.
And now it's go get an abortion. And now it's you trying to trap me. And now it's you want to
You a gold digger.
You're a gold digger.
Last episode, you a gold digger. Like, boy.
Or you were just fucking me because you wanted my money. Like, no, you did this.
Or no, some of them even try to talk slick. They be like, ooh, that pussy was so good. I just wanted to feel it.
First of all, if that pussy is really good, you're going to feel it through the condom.
Okay.
That wetness and that heat, there's no escaping that, okay? So let's get it together.
Sex raw. We ain't even going to lie.
No, yeah. That part.
And somebody else said, the fact that y'all think playing with someone's health, life, and consent shows how much society is affected by rape culture. Which you said that.
That was the first thing that came to my head.
That is rape culture.
And also, I feel like this man is actually empowering that some more.
Yeah. He's he's making it fester.
Yeah, and who?
But then these same men probably aren't, even though it's not about money, it's like these same men aren't in his position, and then they're out here just doing what he's just doing.
But you're a freaking cornball because you got all this money and you still need to go behind a chick back and take off your condom?
Without just tell her. It's a lot of people that have sex without condoms. All you got to do is say,
He's giving me little dick energy. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
He's giving me little dick energy. Something's wrong with you, brother.
When you say little dick energy, big dick energy, do we mean actual like energy, or do we mean like the size of the
No,
penis?
I mean actual energy. I feel like a man who is comfortable with everything, he shows you character. He speaks well. You know, he makes you feel like you're in the room with a man. Like he kind of sucks everything out of the room because he's a, you know, he's so in touch with
This nigga a
himself.
virus. Energy wise, he's an
Yes,
energy virus.
yes. He's like a leash. Like he's just
you
draining.
know how COVID was really draining?
Right.
When you caught it, it's like you didn't want to get out of bed, felt like somebody beat
Absolutely.
your ass. Joe Budden is COVID.
That's right. And how can I how can I respect a man like you? You have all this money.
Yeah.
You have what every man wants to
Yeah.
get into these pants, and you just gonna take off the freaking condom without telling me.
In the corner. But now we gotta walk. When a nigga walk in the corner, I'm like, what you over there doing in the corner?
First of
You
all,
too
I
close
don't.
to the closet. You coming out the closet?
I don't even want you giving me back shots no more. Okay.
Okay.
No back shots.
We gotta watch these.
No
niggas.
back shots. I want to
I
put
gotta
it
watch
on.
like this.
Ladies, learn how to put them condoms on correctly too,
Okay.
because
Pinch it. You gotta pinch the end. Though.
you got it right. You got to pinch the end, and you got to make sure it's on, and let them wear the right size, please, because it will
So
come
many men
off.
buy magnums.
For
and they
what?
know damn well they're not a magnum. That shit should
They just
be
slip
slippery.
right off.
Yeah.
You know that happened to me one time,
Yeah,
and
oh,
I was
it's a lot of
highly
men that do
upset.
that.
Have you ever told them?
No, I never told them. It's like you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but they know. So if you want to be that delusional, who am I to correct you?
You don't strike me like someone who wouldn't speak their mind
No,
right
I wouldn't say-
there.
I don't like hurting people's feelings, like especially when it comes to like shaming people sexually. You know, people are free to do whatever they want. Now, certain things I'm gonna participate in and I'm not gonna participate in. But with that being said, like
I would say nicely, like, babe, let's switch the size. Or I have some better condoms here.
oh, I like that. I like having better
Yeah.
condoms here. I think that's nice.
Yeah,
and
because you
gentle.
also don't want to ruin the moment.
Yeah,
But the moment is ruined if you freaking turn around and there's no condom on.
yeah.
Like,
And then they got the shit this big, and they got a Magnum Extra L. I think some men feel empowered to go into a store, even with the clerk, and just be like, yo, or wherever they buying the condoms, they don't feel comfortable putting down the small size.
but
on
then
the
you have to
counter.
live with your reality. So
Yeah,
who
order
are
that
you
shit over Amazon.
fooling?
Don't nobody know what you got in the Amazon package.
But if you
you
putting
can use
it
a
on,
fake name on Amazon.
but
too.
if you putting it on and it's slipping off,
Yeah.
like, who are you really hurting?
Are
Yourself.
you really even enjoying yourself at this
You know,
point? It keep
like-
coming off.
And the funny thing is that, you know, the average penis is not that big anyways. So it like you should
Yeah,
you have a
still-
whole team of people that are where you at.
And then sometimes women don't even like no big old donkey dick.
And they be lying. They can't even take it.
Yeah. Ooh,
So-
I take all of that, and you can't.
Yeah, no, you
It don't feel
can't.
good.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
You just pounding for no reason.
Yeah.
But listen.
Shifting. You know, somebody can shift your uterus.
Oh yeah,
Men can actually shift if they have a large penis, like a really large penis, like this mic size with the thing on top of there. They can actually tilt your uterus.
Yeah, because they're like boom, boom, boom.
Well,
you know,
you're
yeah,
like,
no,
calm
don't nobody
down,
want that.
sir.
Especially if you like anal sex, like, you know, some people in the room.
Ain't nobody about to have. You know, I don't know. I saw this guy the other day at the nail shop, and he was a gay guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that he had on some little short shorts, and they were like dark navy blue. And the area around the booty hole was wet.
No way.
And I was like, why is this little booty hole wet like that? I don't know if it
you
was
think he
leaking
just do you
or
think
what.
he just finished a session or was
I don't
it leaking?
know. He was with a woman, his friend, and he was getting his nails done. He wanted acrylic.
Maybe it
And-
was just hot.
But why he sweating in his booty hole?
I
like
mean, listen, I have a big. Did he have a big butt? Because I have
that?
a big
he
butt,
had
and
no
in between
ass
my
at all.
butt,
He had no ass at all. He was
I mean,
white.
maybe he sharted. So wait,
That was
so wait.
dark.
Did you think? Do you think that people who have anal sex leak?
I've heard before that if you have a lot of anal sex, that some men, I don't know how true this is because I don't know, but this is something I read, that they have to wear tampons because sometimes it'll leak.
No way.
That's a muscle that can
Listen,
be stretched
listen.
out.
Take it from a 37-year-old that practices anal sex. Nothing is leaking.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, nothing is
I
leaking.
mean,
but I'm also not having anal sex every day. Like
That's what I'm saying, though. A lot of
Ain't
my
no se-
gay friends, the men, they love to have sex. They having sex all the time, but I
Nah.
don't know if it's true or not.
Anal
but
sex
I
is
did read that online that
Yeah.
some of them wear tampons. I mean, not tampons, pads.
Oh yeah, no,
Sorry,
that's wild.
Pads,
Anal
not
sex is
tampons,
like a
pads.
delicacy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ask some
Ain't nobody
questions.
getting none of my booty.
No, not even a little bit. Have you tried it?
No, I don't want to. I just don't want to.
Just let them put the tip in.
Nah.
Okay, we can make it.
I had somebody rub their thumb, and I ain't like it. They had a hook nail too, so it kind of.
Oh yeah, nah. See, you gotta be with someone who knows what they're doing. So, but you don't know.
Then I always think in the back of my head, do you like booty holes?
I like booty holes.
I don't like booty holes.
You know, so look, back to what we were talking about. Maybe if you try, you'll be a little bit happier each day. I'm just saying.
So anal sex will change my life. I will go from being tired to wide awake.
Wide awake.
Be motivated.
You'll be on stage cracking up.
My booty hole.
Yes.
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
It's saying, give me some.
Just out here just looking for dick in the booty hole. Okay.
And that's the segment for today, booty hole.
If I ever tried, I'll keep it to myself. I was going to say I was going to let you know, but I might just keep it to
I'm just going to continue to ask until we finally say yes.
Okay, so our main topic today is, a lot of men are attacking Russell Wilson. That's Sierra's husband. Mm-hmm. And they're calling him a simp. One person in particular so many men decide to attack him. And you know why they really call him a simp is, I think, the major part of it, not the fact that he's just a nice guy and he seems like he loves and cares for this woman. He's supportive. He financially supports her. But it seems like he's a father to her son with future. Mm-hmm. And I think any man that steps in and wants to marry a woman that is a mother, that they have to equally show that same respect to the children. That does not make you a simp. That makes you an amazing man.
Absolutely.
But the player Channing Crowder didn't think so. It seems like the Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson is living rent-free in the former Florida Gator and Miami Dolphins player Channing Crowder's head. I hope I'm saying his name right. I don't know, but
he won't mind.
Yeah, because ain't nobody checking for him. He need to mind his business first off. So he came on the podcast, The Pivot, and claimed Sierra is not really into Russell.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up.
Drop the mic.
You try to have sex with Sierra? She was like, yeah, I'm not really into Russell. Like, it's so many men that hate on other men. Because you know what? Not only is Russell Wilson, he's super goddamn rich. I think he has the potential to be a billionaire.
First of all, he is fine.
I don't know about fine.
He's fine. To me, he's fine.
It's his nose for me.
He's tall.
I don't think he's fine.
I think he's handsome.
Is he tall?
Yes, he's tall.
Like 5'10"?
I mean, everybody's taller than me, so.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Oh, yeah, everybody taller than you. I'm tall. I'm close to 5'8". So.
Oh, yeah.
So he said if Russell didn't have that bread, Sierra wouldn't be with him. Sierra, she has a good situation. Why do people always want to use hypotheticals? Hypotheticals don't exist. This is some shit that you as a person have made up in your head to prove a point. We cannot go off of hypotheticals. He is a man that has money and Sierra's with him. That is the only thing that is factual. We don't know for a fact that she wouldn't be with him if he didn't have money. We don't know because it does not exist.
Let's just talk about the fact that she was making her own money. Let's talk about the fact that she's extremely talented.
She didn't own her masters. He bought her masters. He got way more money.
So yeah,
we can't even speak on her money.
But
he got wealth.
I get it. But she was already doing her. She was already living a life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
She could have got chose.
Yeah,
by a plethora of men.
And the truth is, I am a big believer that men choose us to marry. You know, when it comes to marrying. So that man clearly saw something in this woman that made him do all of the things that he does. And also, the problem now is men do not know how to be men. You know, and I can't tell you how to be a man because I'm a woman and I have a vagina. Yeah. But from what I have seen growing up, when men were actually men, like men put their women in better situations. Yeah. Men took care of the household. They took care of their family.
Mm-hmm. They provided. They supported. They'll fight for them. They'll kill for them. They took care of their family down the street as well. They took care of multiple families, and they had no problems with it. But nowadays, society men are getting shamed for taking care of women. Remind you, this little Channing. Mm-hmm. What type of name is that? That name sound corny. You sound like a simp. So what do you do?
He
for
sounds
women?
very insecure, first of all. And
why
then
you
it's like,
worried about another man in his situation?
it used to be that women would sit around and talk about other women, and now it's the men.
Ooh,
There's
they're
no way you sitting there talking about another man and his wife at that. Like, do you have a wife? Do you have a family? Do you have stability? What
Which
do you
I'm not
have
for
going
sure.
on?
I didn't look up, but I mean, it's just even if you do have a wife, a family, and your own thing going on, why are you worried about another man in his relationship? What does it have to do with you? This kind of thing sounds like he's friends with Future, and this is coming from Future's perspective. I can imagine Future saying something like this, but any other man anywhere else in the
Future's not
world,
even worried about another man taking care of his kid, because if he was, then he would have fought harder to get his kid,
or get his
or
woman.
be present,
Talk to
right?
me.
So if he's not, if the main character in the movie is not present, why are you worried?
Why you done turned into a villain?
Why are you
in
losing
this
sleep?
Sierra and Russell's love story? Like, move along, sir.
You know what it is? People love, like, they love to emphasize on relationships that are bad.
Yeah.
So like all our energy goes into these bad relationships because we have so much to talk about, so much to say. So when they see something that's actually healthy and that looks like what we've all wanted for years, they want to attack it. You know?
Yeah, it's just like the world is playing villain to everything good. Because we want toxicity. I think we're so used to it nowadays.
We love it. We praise it like it's a thing. Like it's like you wanna see misery. You wanna be sad and angry and mad, and you wanna have something negative to say.
I agree. And then one commentator stated, this is what a lot of black women are feeling. To this day, I still do not understand why so many of these black men are pressed over Russell and Sierra. It's disturbing as fuck. And honestly, quite sad, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It really speaks volumes of their mindset. What is wrong with a man marrying a woman and stepping up as the parental father figure in his stepchild's life? To see so many constantly dog Russell over the likes of Future and his kind, who endlessly creates broken homes and fatherless children in their path. Mm-hmm. Is a travesty. In fact, one of Future's older sons is a gangbanger involved in criminal activity. Oh, I don't know that to be fact. So many of these black men are so used to toxicity, dysfunction, and chaos. And I would agree.
I would agree 1,000%. And again, it goes
because you got to be used to it to attack it.
Yeah, and it just goes back to, I think that in the household, we're not doing a good job on educating our sons correctly. Yeah. I feel like
fathers got to be in the home.
Yeah, fathers do.
They got to be loving, caring, supportive. I bet you Sierra's son with Future is going to be an amazing man.
So the thing is that even if a father is not in the home, I think that the mothers need to show their children that it's not me yelling all the time. It's not me screaming. That doesn't make you a man. It's not me telling you not to cry. Like, there's actually things that need to be embedded in you, you know, when you're growing up. And I think that there's a lot of bitter, don't kill me, ladies. There's a lot of bitter moms because they've been forced to do this by themselves. So that's what they're bringing to their kids is bitterness, you know, like, you know, you're not a man, or you're not good enough, you know, and we're so bitter that that's just transferring into our children. So when they grow up, they don't grow up loving women because all you did was bitch and scream at home. Okay, and they low key got an infatuation with men, but we won't talk about that. But with this Channing guy, it's like you see so many of. Maybe not him in particular, I don't know his story, but so many men who grew up, which I could never understand, with the experience of their mother dealing in dysfunctional relationships, a man not stepping up and being a father to them and taking care of their household, that if you didn't have that and you saw the struggle that your mom had to deal with and these niggas running in and out of her, why would you want that for another family, another black family? These type of people that do this kind of stuff, you cannot be pro-black if you are really speaking against a healthy, functional black household. Well, it's just a hater shit. And nigga, why you on that nigga dick? Like, I think some of these people just want to suck. They want to be Russell's Wilson's bad bitch. They want to get that head. Yeah, that bread, get that head, and stay. They want to stay. Yeah, but also, you know, they don't know. I don't feel like they know what healthy's supposed to look like. You know, I think that people run away from that.
they're scared
because it
of
doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like
it
like
just
the right
seems
thing.
unrealistic because
Yeah.
you're so used to the toxicity
Yeah.
that you like. This don't feel right.
Yeah, I've
Like you ever
been-
have everything going good in your life and you like something bad gotta happen.
Nah.
Something soon. Where is it?
But I've experienced that. Like
Yeah.
I've experienced being in relationships where my person wasn't healed and my person was like, no, like this can't be this good.
Yeah.
We can't possibly be happy. Like
Yeah.
my ex told me like, let's fight because normal people fight. Like you're boring. Like he really said that to
I
me.
would have fought him too.
You would have because you're toxic.
I'm not.
She
Sometimes you
is.
just gotta give people what they're looking for.
Sometimes you just gotta walk
And if
away,
that
which is
take just
exactly what I
walking back,
did.
You walking away and I just bop you upside your head to let you know I
Nah,
care.
I wasn't doing that. I fought for this peace.
Yeah, that's true.
So you know what, guys?
I like to hit, but I don't like to be hit.
You're toxic.
Just
We're
a
gonna
little
talk about this, okay?
just a little bit, but I do want me a little Russell. I want me a Russell. I like simps. I love what
But why
society
is-
calls
why
a
is-
simp. I don't think he's a simp,
I was about
but
to say, girl.
society sees him as a simp because if for some reason the word simp nowadays have picked up the definition of a man that is loving, caring, supportive, financially stable, and a family man that cares about his family. That is a simp in
can't
nowadays.
take this.
When you dog out women, you a real ass nigga. I don't know why this is in today's black society because I feel like I don't never hear white men call other
White men have always
called each other simps.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hear Spanish men call other. I never hear Asian men or Indian men be like, oh yeah, he a simp. Like I never heard them say that, and I'm around a wide, diverse group of people every day where we talk about all types of things at my job with doing comedy. But I never hear that word simp only from black men, and
I
it's
agree.
just like, what does that mean? I
because
don't
they
get
need
it.
they need to
But
tear
I
each
would
other.
rather a man that is a simp than a man that is going to abuse me and be toxic.
Yep.
And I don't really hear from him. And it's no consistency. Like that to me, that should be a simp,
That to me, that's definitely the definition of a simp.
a loser,
A loser,
a
bum.
non-committal.
someone who has no ability to be good at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That need to really just, I wouldn't say.
like you're just breathing for no reason.
Yeah, pretty much. You
That's
just
it.
taking up air.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need to just go lay with the trees in the dirt and just sink on in.
But the thing is, you know, at one point they were babies and they had no knowledge in their head.
They say narcissists are raised. You're not born a narcissist. So.
You're not. You're not.
Yeah. So you're not born a gaslighter. You're not born all these
Yeah,
things.
these are all things that
Something
you learn
happened
in your household.
childhood, and you got to go and unravel it and wonder why, Channing, you're such a hater.
Such a hater.
Hater.
We've determined that.
Yeah. But, you know, wrap it up. Send me a Russell Wilson over Channing any day. Don't worry about what the hypotheticals in life. She's with Russell. I think they'll stay married to their old.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because they look good together.
They do.
They look good on each other's skin.
Yeah.
And the baby looks happy.
Babies. I think she's going to have one more, too.
She should.
Yeah.
I will have all his babies.
Okay. Shit.
I mean,
Because even if it don't last, that check going to be good.
Hella. and they got the money. They
Okay.
have the money to do it.
They
so.
bought a whole little team. I can't remember if it was baseball or something, but they bought a team, soccer or something. They bought a team. He paid for all her masters. So if that's what a simp is, that's what I want.
And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure that he recognized something in her.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and
he
I-
love her.
yeah,
he
and
reached
then
out to her.
You can see that she has, like, you can see the air of
Yeah.
growth that she has, you know?
Yeah, and she was the answer to his prayer. He is the answer to her prayer. So,
Yeah.
and he said he prayed too. So they found each other. I
So-
hope that they live forever. Because this it has been this is his amazing story. Don't forget he was married to a white woman. He was married to a white woman. She was a cheater. And whatever. He was married to a white woman and he got with a black woman. Sierra, you made history, bitch.
That's right.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk
Usually
about
it's the other way
that.
around. Once we lose them,
That's it.
we never get him back. But she got
You
him
brought him
back.
back.
And they are thriving together, and that is commendable.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest, bitch.
Hello.
Black women up 1,000.
We bow down to you, Ciara. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, I'm Daphnique Springs.
I'm Esmy.
Make sure you check me out, Daphnique Springs, on my website, www.imdsprings.com. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm coming to your city.
Woo woo.
Where can they find you, boo?
You guys can find me on Instagram, ESMY_V.
And
Bye,
make sure
guys.
you subscribe, like,
woo.
and comment, because we want to hear y'all thoughts, because we're
Hit
going to
it.
read some of them live. And we appreciate you guys. Make sure you come back and check us out.
All right.
Yeah. I'm still not going to do anal. Bye.